And we are
Malia,
live.
hi everyone. This is Lori Beltran from Inspiration Station, and I am super excited because we have a first of all, we have a surprise, beautiful co-host with Malia and myself, and we have you probably already know, but we had a mystery person that was going to be interviewed, but we already know who it is. It's Miss Linda West. So I am actually going to, if everyone is okay, I would like to just kind of open up with a quote for everybody because I thought it was really, I don't know, I always like to get my days started with a really good quote. So here it is, whether you like it or not. It's never chase anyone for affection, for friendship, for love. If they don't freely give it, it's not worth having. So it really resonated with me, and I hope that you all have enjoyed that quote. So let's get going. My name is Lori Beltran. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a financial advisor with a company that has been around since 1883, and I just love helping women that are transitioning or building their business. And I am very blessed to have had the opportunity to show women my background. I'm a tax accountant, and as women, moms, entrepreneurs, when we're building a business, it's really exciting. We're there to build our business and get things going, but we forget about the foundation of what it means to be a woman with our own retirement. And that's one of the many things that I do to help women in general. So that's a little bit about who I am. I'm a single mom with two, I call them babies, but of course they're old buzzards. I know I hate to say this, but my oldest is going to be 39 years old. Holy moly. And my youngest is 38. So, like I said, I'm a single mom. I've struggled. I've had my challenges being a mom, being a business owner, and in the midst of all that, there was many things that I didn't have the opportunity to enjoy with my children. And so my whole goal is to make sure that women out there have the opportunity to build their business and build it strong so that they can stay home and enjoy their children while they're young, not while it is what it is. What can I tell you? So I'm going to pass this over to Malia, and then Malia can pass it over, and we're going to have our co-host introduce herself and see who she's all about. I know I've met her before, and what's so amazing about this platform, everyone out here listening, is that Angela and I have not formally met, but it's like I feel like I've already known her, and that's what I love about one of the things about being on Inspiration Station is that we have the opportunity to meet people. They might not have run into our path, but because of other women that are online here, we're able to co-introduce, and she's actually a really good friend and client of Malia Holleran. So Malia, tell us who you are, and I see that gorgeous backdrop there. That is not a backdrop, right?
This is not a backdrop. Today I am here in San Carlos, which one of my clients lives here, and we are here at his own home office. So I took a break from meeting with them to come hang out with you guys. So I'm super excited to be here. And I'm sorry, I'm multitasking. I'm talking and I'm trying to get Linda over here at the same time. So my name is Malia Holleran. I'm here in San Diego, California, and I am a business consultant. I work with primarily home-based business owners, helping them to grow their business. And I absolutely love what I do because I am very passionate about helping women to achieve their dreams. And I think that it really resonates with me. I was actually reading my personality type, and I'm sure some of you may be familiar. And if you're not, you can go to 16personalities.com and figure out your own personality type. But I was reading my personality type, and it's kind of spot on as to who I am. And I think for me, being able to help women kind of think outside of the box and um, do whatever is in their heart that makes them happy is really just is what I love to do. And so, I've been doing this for 5 years, and it's been an absolutely amazing ride. Challenges, um, perseverance, tons of things have happened in the last 6 years that I never could have imagined. But I'm so grateful to be here and to pursue my dream. One thing that I wanted to do was to be able to build a business online, and a big part of the challenge with that was the lack of confidence, not because I didn't believe that I could do it, but because I feared being criticized and thought about what everyone would think of me when I said I was going to make money on the internet. And I'm grateful that I disregarded what people said, and I challenged myself to do that, and I told the people that mattered what my plans were and found the right support. Because if I wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't have met Angela, who's here co-hosting with us today. And I think about the people that I talked to. I talked to a lady in Philadelphia last week, and I talk to people all over the country and all over the world, and I meet people, via Skype or on the phone or wherever, and I have the opportunity to impact people's lives that I may never meet in person, and but just to be able to talk to them and hear my heart and maybe encourage them in some way is what brings me happiness. And I'm so grateful to have met Angela. She's one of the most special people in my life, and I just know that if I wouldn't have followed that dream, and if I would have listened to the naysayers, this wouldn't be possible. So I will certainly pass the baton over to our lovely co-host, Angela. I'm so glad that you can be here with us today. And if you could just take some time and introduce yourself.
Well, hello. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Angela DeBee, and I am in Fountain Hills, Arizona, a tiny town outside of Scottsdale. Hello, Miss Linda. Are you there?
She made it.
Did she make it?
Yay!
Yeah, we made it. Sorry, there's a helicopter flying overhead, so I muted it. So. Let's hear all about you, Angela.
Like you said, Malia, this has just been an amazing experience, and I wouldn't be sitting here today being able to work from home in my office and co-host this fun thing. And it's been such a process, setting goals and really saying, okay, what do I want to do in my life? As Lori was, I was a single mom for about 4 years, and when my daughter was about 9 months, and have a background in the legal field. I've been a paralegal for about 15 years, and then I wanted to be more involved in her life, and so researched home-based business, and so I am now a brand partner with Miriam International. And it has really opened my eyes to becoming an entrepreneur and figuring out how to build and work hard and build a business around my life. And you know, just like when Malia and I first met, we set goals, and now to actually see them to come to fruition just a few months later has just been an amazing process. And meeting Linda and Lori, and you know, both have been such an inspiration to me, and I feel like I've known both of you ladies for years, and it's been great to connect, and I'm just so thankful for you letting me co-host and enjoy this experience. It's been so great.
Awesome. And we actually have a super secret special person joining us too. That's Miss Amanda DeConing. I know, Amanda, you haven't met Angela yet, right?
I have not.
And Amanda was our very first guest on Inspiration Station.
Oh, fun.
Angela, who's one of our last guests. So Amanda's in our mastermind group. She's someone that we all work with on a regular basis. We're all cookie and hang out together all the time. Amanda, I'm sorry, I kind of took over the webinar, right? Sorry, Lori.
Yeah.
Right. We were having issues over here.
We figured it out. We were persistent. Persistence pays off.
Well, yeah, I think, Malia, you're used to just taking over, so it was like, okay, you need to back down, Malia.
I know, I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm actually over here texting you, like, Malia, stop. That's one of the things about, you know, that's one of the greatest things when you are, you know, you hang out with each other. Like, we don't hang out 24/7. That would be Amanda and Linda. Mostly Malia and I, we do hang out, but we all, you know, we could be gone for a month and we can just pick up where we left off, and you know, seriously, as a business owner, but more as a woman and a friend, I think it makes a huge difference in how we conduct ourselves, not only in business, because how we conduct ourselves in business is a reflection of who we are. And so I just adore Amanda and Linda, because one of the things that I love about Amanda, oh my gosh, you better get the heck out of her way, because she's going to plow you over. You tell her what she needs to do, and it's a done deal. And those are the kind of women I love. And Linda, you just want to be around her because she's so, like, outside of the box, and she will just make you laugh your guts out with the things that she comes up with or the things that she does. So I'm so happy to have everyone here. And Malia, thank you. But Linda, Amanda, you want to share a little bit about who you are, since you were our first guest?
Yeah, Amanda. She's searching. We're trying to.
What are we?
See, we're using our phone for the first time. We're using a phone, so we're trying to figure. Yeah,
We're gonna use this.
We're gonna use this book. Julia.
This up. Wait.
I think that'll work. We're just trying to figure this out. So
Wait.
bear with us.
I'm glad it got some use.
Okay, here we go. There we go. Thank you, Malia Holleran and the Sales Funnel Mastery Book and Handbook.
You took out your binder.
Lifted us up. See?
Tell us a little bit about Amanda.
Before Amanda goes, I'd like to just interrupt for a second. Amelia, I want to watch you throw a basketball inside that basketball hoop. Where are you?
I did too. From where you're sitting.
I'll jump in the pool and throw it in from the pool.
Is that one of those backdrop thingies, or is that real?
No, this is.
Is it in the pool? No way.
Is that your backyard?
Yeah.
No, that's my backyard.
I'm at my client's house right now.
Okay, that's so cool. Okay, I'm sorry, Amanda.
Okay.
Please.
What was the?
Who are you, and what do you do?
Bump it out so you're not distracted.
There we go. Thank you.
Good. She knows. All right, Lori. What was your question?
Okay, let's focus now, girls. Tell us a little bit about you. Who are you? What do you do?
All right.
What was that, Lori? I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh. I said, tell us who
No,
you
that was
are.
me. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
All right.
you guys are okay, Malia. I'm gonna kill you. Do you see what I have to put up with, Angela? This is the kind of group that I'm like, they can confuse me. They know I'm not good at
What's your
this.
name again? What's your name again?
All right.
Okay, Amanda has the floor. Everybody.
I get the box. Right? 'Cause two.
Yeah,
Go
you're in the
ahead,
box.
Amanda.
Okay. So my name is Amanda DeConing, and my company is called Core to Soar. I work with high energy individuals, both men and women, although most are women, to build mental and physical strength and put the fun and excitement back in their life, and I do that through fitness. So I do personal training and group classes as well.
Well, good. Now tell us what, did you just happen to see Linda in a park, or did you go there on purpose? Were you picking up, what were you doing at the park?
Were you volunteering?
Ow!
Pick me up. She's just walking by the park
I saw this strange girl walking down the road.
wearing a lemon zest and garlic. fish.
Yeah, and I was like, do you have lemon and garlic? Because I am hungry.
Hey, Linda,
We
look
planned
at
on.
this, Linda.
Oh,
Stop!
I need one of those.
we have to meet
I'll
together.
send you want to have some.
They don't really care.
Well,
I'm-
let's get started. I know that we've been having fun, and that's one of the things about having a platform where you just want to just be who you are. But we also recognize that your time is valuable to those that are listening out there. And we're really about inspiring and making sure that you know that if you're having struggles or you don't have anyone that you can talk to confidentially about things that we the challenges we go through building our business, I want everyone out there to know that you can call either one of us. That's what this platform is for. It's to motivate, to inspire your desire to create. And hopefully we do those things, because we could be anywhere right now. Each of us, we all have a business to run, but we choose to be here for you. So with that being said, Malia, you can now take over.
Yay!
I'm leaving it up to Malia. Yay.
So we do a fun thing here on Inspiration Station TV. We actually rotate. So this is my month, and I get to choose somebody to interview, to bring on and to interview. And there are a lot of people that I have to choose from, but I really wanted to interview Linda, and it's kind of different because we're always here together, and so that's why we have Angela and Amanda here with us as well. But Linda's done some pretty amazing things in the last almost year. It hasn't even been a year yet, which is crazy, crazy, crazy. I think November 2013, if I'm not mistaken, was in 2014 was when you decided to take a big leap. What was that, Linda?
Well, after working 20 years as a legal secretary and most recently as a secretary for a judge in the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, I decided to take the leap and start my own business that I'm very passionate about, which is helping nonprofits grow and become sustainable. Kind of something I've been doing for the last 12 and a half, 13 years anyway, but always as a volunteer. And I realized that I can't spend as much time doing what I love doing because I was spending too much time behind a desk doing something that somebody else wanted me to do. So I made that leap and just did it.
Yeah, very amazing. Tell us a little bit about your background, like just 30 seconds or so. Besides the legal secretary, like, who are you?
it's interesting to ask that question. 30 seconds really isn't enough time, so I'm going to boil it down. I started working when I was 16. I had 2 kids by the time I was 21. I was married and divorced by the time I was 21. A single mom for about 3 or 4 years. And then I met the love of my life, Scott. He's so awesome. We're actually going on our 27th anniversary since we met, which is amazing because it's more than half of my life. And this year actually marks that. And starting my business, and he is the biggest support I could ever ask for. I told him, I said, you know what, I'm going to quit my job. We're going to take a second mortgage on our house. And he was like, no, we're not. And I said, yes, we are. And he goes, okay, we'll do it. He goes, just do whatever you need to do till you make it work. And he's really, with me on everything. I don't want to say behind me because he's actually with me on all of this journey. And he's like, do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. Let's, make it happen. I believe in you. And which is having that belief from somebody who you're with is so important because otherwise, you have that stuff behind you like, gosh, I hope he is okay with this. I hope he's okay with that. But I know that he is okay with it because he tells me frequently.
Yeah, and I have a question about that. We all have each other as supporters, and you know that we believe in you, of course. But what does it mean to you to really have a spouse behind you? Like, is there a difference in the types of belief or do you know what I'm saying? Like, is there a difference between having your girlfriends and then having your spouse?
Yeah,
and is one enough?
Yeah, it's definitely a difference. It's a different type of support. The type of support that I get from you guys or from networking events, going out to different locations where there are entrepreneurs. We do think differently. We're an odd breed as entrepreneurs, and so getting around other entrepreneurs, I get a totally different vibe and support than I do from home. Scott is not an entrepreneur. And so his support is it's more of like a loving support. Like, I love you, I trust you, and I know that you are going to be successful, and I'm with you, and I want you to be successful. And so it's just a different kind of support, different feelings, because I'm with him a lot. And so we do have our ups and downs. Whereas when I'm with Amanda, I don't know if we ever have had a down, but I'm sure we will eventually someday. But, with a spouse, you have your ups and downs. It could be on a daily basis. It could be weekly, monthly, whatever it is. But we have to work through that down to come back to that up. Whereas when I'm with you guys, it's always positive, 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 positive. You know what I mean? It is different, yes.
Yeah, totally. That's a really good point. So I know, like, Angela she's celebrating her 1-year anniversary. I'm celebrating my 10-year anniversary. And you're at 27 years. And so I think each of us kind of has a different, we're just at such different stages in our lives with our partners. Like, I'm sure if Angela could ask you a question, she would probably ask you how you made it through that first year.
Oh, yeah. The first year, it's interesting because the first year for us was very magical. And, Scott and I really feel, and I think he feels the same, that we really are soulmates. Like, we are meant to be together. We've often commented on ourselves because of our heights, that when I'm standing next to him, the bottom of my shoulder goes exactly under his armpit, so we're like a puzzle piece. So we've even commented on stuff like that. And after 27 years, we still have that same feeling, for each other. And I know how special and treasured it is, and I know how fortunate we are. And we do tell each other that all the time, that we do know that we're fortunate to have each other, to have the relationship we have with each other. But that first year, I had the 2 kids, and, when I met him, they were 3 and 4. And they ended up becoming his daddy, he ended up becoming their daddy. Yeah. And that was really important to me because I had gone through a lot of frogs and toads before I met him. And, I was so fortunate to have met him when I did, and he to have met me when he met me. And it was actually kind of kismet how we met. So it really is amazing. And 1 year, just wait till 27. It's harder.
Very cool. So jumping back to business, what has been the most exhilarating experience in the last, since November, the last few months?
Oh man, I would say from thought to completion of the Lemon Zest and Garlic Fest event, because it was a thought, and then 4 months later, it was an event, and it really was a great event with a great team, and I'm so fortunate to have had you guys and the rest of the team that we had. That's the thing I think I feel most grateful for, is having you guys in my life, and you wanted to do this with me. And actually, Amanda asked me earlier if I was going to cry, and yes, I think I'm going to cry. Just when I think about how people wanted to help with this thought and idea, and you guys really bought into it, and you really believed in it, and you believed in me, and it's the first time I've ever led a team to charge, and I think we did a kick-ass job. It was an amazing event, and this second annual is just going to be that much better.
Yeah, I think I think we're all natural leaders, and I think for me, one of the best experiences, or as I'm thinking about it now, one thing that I love about you is that you allowed everyone to lead in their strength and to be in their strength. And because I'm thinking about Amanda, and I'm thinking about how I feel like Amanda and I are totally opposite people, and she's like gung-ho, like analytical spreadsheets, and I'm like, none of those things. But what I appreciate is that each of us has value, and you allowed us each to be valuable to you in our strengths, but it didn't make us feel bad for our weaknesses. Like, I never compare myself, like I'm not as good as Amanda. Like, I'm equally as great as Amanda, and we both have great strengths, right?
Right.
And so I don't know if that's like comes naturally to you to be able to pull out strengths in leaders. Like, have you ever experienced anything like this before?
No, I've never, because I've worked for the corporate world my entire life since I was 16. My first job when I was doing cotton candy and scooping poop at the Del Mar Fair. But I've always worked for somebody who told me what to do. And so it's possible, being led by lawyers for so many years, that I just learned by watching. I don't know. And I didn't, until you mentioned it to me a couple weeks ago, this very thing, you said that I was a good leader. And I didn't really see it as leading. And so maybe that's the difference. I saw myself as a peer, just with an idea. Not like I was leading the charge or anything, but I had an idea, and I was like, this is how we're going to make it happen. And I knew what everybody's strengths were just by watching them and seeing what they do best. And, usually people will tell you that without you even asking them. You can see it if you are really watching and listening and paying attention. Because if they're not doing a job, it's because they don't like it. If they do something and they do it quickly and well, then they probably like doing that. And that's the kind of jobs that I like to give people to do to help out, because they're going to excel in that, and they're going to be proud of what they've done, and they're going to want more.
Yeah, very good point. So I know you have this new mantra. What is it?
I got to think about it. Hold on a second. Okay. Oh, wait. It's stop, listen, think, and then act.
Why have you adopted this mantra?
Why is because for some reason, I realized that I've lived my entire life without, first of all, I didn't ever stop, and I never took time to listen and think before I reacted. So I would have an idea and I would react on it. I didn't act on my ideas, I reacted. And reaction is not really a good way to live your life, and I'm finding out that's not the best way to live my life. And so I'm taking that time now to stop before I actually act on something, and to listen to myself as well as listen to those around me. So like Malia, for example, great at social media, great at marketing, great at branding. So it's time for me to say, you know what, I need to go talk to Malia and see what are the things that I should do with this event or whatever, and then listen to you. Now, I might not take all of the advice, but I will at least listen. And then I'll go listen to someone else and try not to take too much advice, because then I just get too confused, like Lori was saying earlier about getting confused, And so then I take all that information and I listen to myself as well, and then I think about it. So I stop, I listen, and then I think about all the information that I've gathered. And that might take, minutes, it might take days, sometimes it might take a week or two. And then I decide if I'm going to act on it. So totally different than I was before, because before it was an idea and I reacted. So this has totally changed my thinking, and it's been a great experience for me to do this.
Yeah, very cool. I think it's certainly it changes the way that you approach your business, right?
Oh yeah, I feel like I'm getting more focused finally. Before, when I first left my job, I had all these ideas, and it's almost like they had been stifled down inside of me for 50 years, and here they were, here's my ideas. I got to do something with all of them right now. And that's how I felt. I mean, I really felt like I had to do everything, right? So you guys are like, slow down. You don't have to do everything today. And I want to, but you don't have to. Write it down. And one thing, Malia, you told me the other day, and this really, and Amanda, I was talking to Amanda about it. This is such a great piece of advice, and that is that every idea I have, I don't have to be the one who implements it. I can give my ideas away, and thank you so much for giving me that gift that I can now give to others. Because not that all my ideas are great, but I have a lot of them. And if there's somebody else who's better suited for it, why not, give the baton to them and let them run with it?
Yeah. Very cool. Amanda, are you going to do that idea? Because it's a really good one.
I am.
You heard it right here.
We got that recorded.
Idea not yet released.
Hey, that's not fair. That's not fair.
Yeah, Malia said that.
It's coming soon to a 5K near you.
Oh, yeah.
So what has been the most challenging experience in your business?
Really, I would say paying attention to that mantra, because I still have the tendency to want to, just run, but, teaching yourself something new after having done it for so many decades, it's doable, but you have to really, think about it. And it's almost constant, because I have ideas, probably 5 or 10 ideas a day. It's crazy. It's like they're just constant. I threw something. Sorry about that. It's constant. So you can imagine what's going on inside of here. It's like, whoa, it's all craziness. So I do have to stop and just think. That's my biggest one.
Yeah. So I have the Lemon Zest and Garlic Fest. For me, it was an incredible event, and for me, the most the picture in my mind, the thing that stands out most to me is, I think it was me, you, Amanda, and one other person, maybe Kate, standing in the rain because we were convening away from everybody, and you were talking to us and you were saying, should I shut it down? And I looked at you in the eye and I said, you are not shutting this down. And you listened, and we all went in opposite directions to continue doing our responsibilities, whatever we were doing. And to me, like, that for me was a defining moment of the Lemon Zest and Garlic Fest, because from there it was like shutting it down is not an option. We're moving forward. We're going to do this. Let's deal with the circumstances we have in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
For you, I don't know if you remember that moment or not.
I do.
But did you feel like that was a defining moment for you?
I guess you could call it that. You know, there was so much going on that day.
Yeah.
Not that it was a blur or anything, but there was so much and so many opportunities for me to prove to myself that I can do this, and I really absorbed those because I was really on cloud nine the entire time. It was an amazing time, and I know there was a period of time where I disappeared, and you guys were like, "God, I hope she's not crying in the, in the back room or whatever." But what happened was I got pulled aside by the sheriff's department, and I had to take care of a situation. I was gone for like 15 minutes, and I had to shut my radio off. It was just something I had to deal with. And, I knew that everything was going to be fine without me. I wasn't worried about that at all. And I was just taking care of what I had to take care of. You guys were taking care of what you had to take care of. And everything got resolved, thank goodness. And the event was able to, go off without a hitch. But really, I think just for me, the entire, especially the date of the event, so many things that I feel like I didn't know the skills that I had until that day when we first arrived, right? We first arrive and we jump out of the truck and there's people already there at 4 a.m. and they're ready to get this event going, and then I had to start making decisions right then, and it was cool. I felt like I was on The Apprentice, the original Apprentice. I love that show.
It was like true project manager event type. So after the event, when did you decide that you were going to do it again?
Oh, that day.
That day?
Yeah, I knew it. Like Kate and I were talking, we're like, okay, we got to do the second one, we're like,
yeah.
When's the second one? I think Kate and I were driving around in the car, we're like, oh, can't wait for the second annual, when's the date? We're like just driving around wondering when are we going to do this thing, so.
Scavenger.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you still consider yourself a new entrepreneur, but what advice would you give to somebody who is considering making that leap and becoming an entrepreneur?
I say, listen to your heart and make sure that whatever it is that you go into is something that you absolutely love. And I can say this from experience because 3 years ago I did have my own business, and Miss Amanda here and I, we've done a lot together in the last 3 years. But I had my own business, and it was doing secretarial work, legal secretarial work, and it was virtual assistant. And one day she and I just looked at each other, we're like, we hate our businesses, we hated our businesses. But we were entrepreneurs. We were doing it. But neither of us, I didn't even want to pick up the phone to get new clients because I didn't want clients. I mean, that's not really the kind of business to run, right? So I would suggest, write down. I did this task is writing down everything I love to do, and then figuring out through all the things I love doing, and figure out what it is that I should be doing. And that's how I came up with this business idea. And I love every bit of it. There's not a day that goes by where there are challenges. There are things that I still have to do that I don't like to do, but I'm not fearful of them anymore like I was fearful before. Now I'm willing to learn how to go talk to a restaurant about being a vendor. Something I was terrified to do. I had Amanda teach me how to do that. I mean, for her it came natural. For me it didn't. So just learning from those who know how to do these things to make it so that what I'm doing that I love, that I can do more of it.
Yeah, certainly. I think that you found something where the outcome, the positive outcome, it was greater than your fear. So,
Wave.
yeah. the fear of talking to vendors was not worth, was worth sacrificing or whatever, because the fact that they might say yes was like so much greater than the fear, which is awesome. I kind
Right.
of had an experience too where I was an entrepreneur, but I didn't like what I did. So for anyone who's watching this and you may be an entrepreneur, you may not yet. It's always a good time to kind of make a list, I think, of what you love to do. So, Linda, just again quickly, can you share that exercise so that someone can do that?
Yeah, so I'm not sure I can't remember exactly the exercise I did it, like how it worked, but I took probably a week where every time I did something and I had a good feeling, no matter what it was, it could have been going to a networking event, which I love going to networking events, right? So I would write down networking events. It could be, taking my dogs for a walk, just like having that alone time. So write down taking dogs for a walk. And then I would just write down every single thing that gave me like a happy, a giddy, like some of the things I'm just giddy over. I'm, kind of goofy that way. Where if I'm giddy over something, that's something I should be doing. So I wrote down a list. My list was pretty lengthy. There were anywhere from 20 to 25 things on there that make me happy, which is wonderful because that shows that I have a lot of things in my life that I can choose from that make me happy. Then I poured over that list. It was about a month later when I poured through that list, and I was like, what is the commonality between all of these items that is something that I can do on a daily basis that I'm always happy about and I can make money at, because I need to figure out how am I going to make money with my business, right? And that's how I realized what I love doing. First, I was like, oh my God, I'm an event planner because I, love everything about event planning. But what I actually realized is I don't like planning other people's events. I have ideas, and I want to put on my own event. And so instead of being an event planner, I became a production company. So I produce events, which is totally different than an event planner because I get to make the final decisions, which was also a really difficult thing for me, Malia, going through this process. I talked to you one day, and I was consulting with you, and I said, what do you think of this? And you gave your thoughts, and then I said, what do you think I should do? And you said, what do you want to do? And I said, oh my God, I get to make a decision. And it was like, wow, I've never been able to make a final decision before. It was never my decision, like in a job world, in my personal life, of course, every day. So, what? Can you hear us?
We can hear you.
That was weird. Her screen went, woo. Okay. Yeah, so just knowing that, as a business owner, you actually get to make the final decisions. And what I practice is that any decision that I make that is a failure, that's my failure. Any decision that I make that is a success is the team's success. Because I just totally believe that anything that we do together is, especially the successes, those are the things that I want to really, really celebrate with everybody. But the things that don't go well, I need to learn from them and learn what can I do next time and have the team so we can all be successful.
Well, don't you think the team can learn as well?
Oh, you put me on the spot. Yes, of course.
Yes.
But you know what? I think, though, that any of the things that have not been successful that I've done so far, that I haven't had a team on board, and that could be one of the things. Like maybe I need to learn that maybe I need to have a team on board for all the things I'm putting together, and maybe a team for me is not just one other person. Maybe a team for me is 2, 3, 4 other people. I don't know, and that's a great question, and I thank you for that because now that will get me thinking about that. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So we're just about done. I'm just going to ask you a few fun things. So Linda knows that I could find tremendous joy in watching her eat every single day. So I'm going to ask you for the world, what is your favorite food?
Mine?
Yes.
I love chocolate.
Another clue, another clue.
And I love strawberries.
What's your favorite candy bar?
My favorite candy bar, Mr. Good Bar.
Ooh.
Ooh, you guessed wrong. You guessed wrong.
It's not Reese's Pieces?
See, I said Reese's too. Well, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, they run a really, really, really close second to Mr. Good Bars.
Oh, but they don't put Mr. Good Bars in ice cream.
Oh, that sounds good.
What's your
Don't
favorite?
even say it. Do not say it.
What's your favorite color?
My favorite, what?
Color.
Color. Oh, I like, well, blue and purple. It's too hard to choose, so blue, purple, blue.
What's your favorite dessert? Not chocolate.
Okay, Rita's.
Oh my gosh, I hate when you do that, and you know it, Malia.
I thought you were ice cream. Linda loves.
Angela, you have no idea. These ladies, they like to go take a picture of, okay, all of them, and then send it to me because they know that I live way up on the mountain, and the only Rita's there is probably Rita's who owns the chickens that lay eggs up here. Okay?
The neighbor's horse is named Rita.
So I was, Malia.
Now too.
Malia.
It's terrible.
Would you rather?
And I wore this for you, okay? And you're gonna do me that way, Linda?
You know I gotta tell the truth. I can't help it.
I swore her in.
All I want is not to see me or see it on Facebook after this meeting, okay? Because you guys are all from the South Bay.
Well, I have a green smoothie.
Okay, good girl.
Fruit and vegetables. If you could go to a island where you're the only person and you got to take one thing, what would it be? Not Scott.
Amanda says eyeliner.
Eyeliner.
No. And not Scott. Okay, thanks. That takes the pressure off.
Facebook. She would take Facebook.
I would take Facebook. I would take my computer, probably, yeah. I'm so boring.
To the world.
Yeah. Yes. I keep by myself. That's kind of boring. I'm a people person, so I gotta have that social contact somehow. And if I'm on an island all by myself,
Take a kayak so you can leave the island.
Oh, yes. 3 hours.
Very cool.
So, Angela, now that you have officially been hanging out with us, Angela, what do you think? Give us your idea. Are you going to be able to work after this, or are you going to go into the Looney Tooney?
I think I'm going to the Looney Tooney.
I guess that's your answer.
You guys are silly.
Did you enjoy the hour, Angela?
It's not up.
And Linda, I want to tell you, congratulations on your amazing event, and it's just been so great to see from an outsider. You know, I was with Malia when all of you started with this idea, when you started with the idea. So to watch it from an outsider, to watch all of you work together, and then to see it, you know, come to this amazing event, and it's just been awesome to watch, and it's been so inspiring. And you know, I think for anyone else watching, it's been neat to see, no matter what stage we are or what age we are in our lives, that we can all make a change and follow our heart. And like you said, stop, and when we listen not only to others, but also listen to our heart and what our heart is telling us to follow. And to so congratulations, and I already have the second annual on my calendar as well. I got the secret date, so I'm
Thank
excited.
you. Thank you. And, I actually do want to make a comment because I think we have about 10 more minutes left, don't we, if I'm correct?
Yeah.
Not that I'm going to take 10 minutes, but I do have a comment, and that's on the lemon zest and garlic fest. There were some negative comments that were put out there, but there was an overwhelming overflow of positive comments that were put out there and that are told to me, all the time. People are so excited about the next one. But what's interesting for me is putting on the second annual, because I think about my life and the way I've been through most of my life. And I don't want to say I've always been a quitter, but I used to call myself a quitter because there are so many things I have not accomplished in my life. And doing a second annual, shows me that I've changed, drastically from how I used to be and who I thought I was. And I'm coming into being a person that I'm really happy to be and I'm proud to be. And I'm so excited to be able to share now and not be scared to put myself out there and share who I am now. It's so exciting and really, I don't know if the word empowering is kind of overused nowadays, but I don't really know what word to use. What, greedy?
Liberating.
Oh, okay, not greedy. Liberating.
Liberating.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel liberated. Like, this just huge pressure has been released from my whole being, that now I can be me and not be scared to be me, because I was scared to be me for so many years.
I think, Linda, that kind of, like, when I hear you say that you've had challenges, because a lot of people see you come in and you have this confident look about you. You act how you act. That's who you are, accept me or don't. And I want people out there to know that this is a process. Amanda and I have known Linda for 3 or so years, probably around 3 years now. And
Yeah.
I knew both these gals are my pinnacle sisters, and to see how we all have grown is just an inspiration in itself, because when Linda was talking and Manders was talking, Amanda, I always call her Manders, sorry, I just do. When Amanda and Linda were building their business, we went up all together because we were going to do a trapeze. And we were trying to come up with ideas, and it was true. They did not like what they did, but because we were all in the same group, they were told that this is what you need to do. And I believe with all my heart that it is true. You do have to do your passion. And when you do that, the results is Linda West and Amanda DeConey. So
when you say that, I'm thinking about Amanda and how she's done Coeur d'Or for quite a while, but it still wasn't how you wanted it. And I remember telling you, it's okay, be wild and crazy. Like, you don't have to cater to moms. Like, but sometimes I think you need permission. You just need to hear it from someone else. I don't know, but I think same thing. Like, do what you want to do, and now you're doing what you want to do, and you're making more money than you've ever made in your business.
It's way more fun, because I thought I had to cater because I was a mom and I had the kids and I went through the transformation, so I kept thinking I had to cater to that audience because they'll relate to me. And I still get those people, but I am catering now more towards the people that I want to work with, just that I have fun being around, and people are drawn to me through what I do in my own personal life. And people find that attractive, and that's just who I am. And so, yeah, I kind of got permission to be who I am and not have to be like every other trainer. And so it actually took the competition off my shoulders, too. I don't feel competitive against other trainers that are doing maybe similar or the same thing, because I am who I am, and I'm drawn to people, and people are drawn to me because of who I am. And it's freeing. It is liberating.
Yeah.
So.
And she does teach a tough class, I have to admit. I'm not going to sugarcoat this, and that's the type of client she wants. And just let me tell you, I don't care what you say, Amanda. This lady, she did it. She might not have walked. She might not have walked for the following week, but I did it. I wasn't going to go down because I'm competitive that way. You know what Amanda did for me? She helped me to focus myself into doing what is right for me. And so for me, the best thing to do is to have Amanda personally, not in a group.
So when are you going back, Lori? Let's get it on the record.
You know what? I'm not recording nothing. I want. All I know is that she has this rope thing like Tarzan, and it is tough, but I loved it. I love that, and we're gonna talk, Amanda and I. So before I leave, we have a few minutes, and I just want to say one thing. Part of building our business, all of us, I believe, is you want to surround yourself with people that they might not be the yes people, but they're going to be there to understand what you're going through. And it makes a whole lot of difference to have that community. And that's one of the things that I can see. There's crazy gal over there. Oh, I know she's going to do a headstand. Are you kidding me? See, Angela, this is what I mean about this crazy girl. She does these alongside of the freeway.
Woo, there she is.
Oh, I love it.
There she is. She's cool.
There she is. We didn't mean to interrupt you, but we just had to do it.
Yes, I know, Linda. You guys are crazy. But if you have, for those of you that are out there listening, surround yourself with people that are going to lift you up. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to agree with everything. That's what makes the denomination a lot. It makes you grow. And I want to say that I'm blessed to have that community in my life. And so before we end, I'm going to give Angela, since she was such a gracious host, you can end it, Angela, or you can give your, take a minute to say anything. Would you like to say anything before we end it? Angela?
Well, I just want to thank you again for having me co-host. It's been so great. And each time I'm with you ladies, I learn something new, and I think that's exactly what this is for, Inspiration Station, for all the audience and also for each other. And so it is great to know that we are inspiring each other, and that's what it's all about for women, to learn from each other and to support and build each other up. And so it's been great. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you.
Thank you for being a sunshine. Your smile just, it glows, and you can see who you are from the inside and out. And before I end this, this is going to be recorded and it will be going out, and I want to remind you, let's make this a bigger event for our next hangout on September 17th. And it is now Linda's turn to find someone to interview. I think when we interview different people, it just makes everyone, we're all come from different backgrounds, and everyone's beginning, and we're not at the end yet, is a process. And by sharing everybody, we learn about others and what makes it work for them and what has helped them catapult them to the next level. So thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us. I look forward to seeing you next time on September 17th for Inspiration Station. Everyone say bye.
Bye.
See you then.